Take your best shot.
What is going on, guys and gals? Welcome to Good Real Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The Brett man's over there. Chris is underneath us. Happy Thursday night, everybody. The weather is warming up a little bit outside, so we figured it would be an appropriate week to talk about our favorite camp counselor slayer, that is Jason Voorhees. Tonight, we're going to be tearing it up. We got a tier list tonight, talking all the looks of Jason over the course of the franchise of the Friday the 13th. And yeah, it's going to be great, man. I'm excited to be talking Friday the 13th again. Everything feels right on Good Real Hunting when we're talking about Jason Voorhees.
And we're going to tear you up. And just so I mean business, I'm going to tear this shirt. I can't tear this shirt. My boys that talking shit will get mad at me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Good Real Hunting, as we will be tearing you up. But more importantly, we got this sexy mofo down here. He's been having an awful week when it comes to being a San Francisco 49ers fan, which I'm so disappointed.
That is a different podcast, bud. We're not even going to talk about it here, okay?
Come on, why not? This is Good Real Hunting can also be, for therapy.
Absolutely not. We're not going to talk about it at all. We're just going to let that slide right on by.
Okay, fine. Is it because we took your offensive tackle?
Oh, that's a second stringer anyway.
I know, but hey, we'll make him an All-American. But anyways, folks, Chris is right. This is a totally different podcast, which I'm sure we'll do an episode soon on all the free agency madness that's going on in the NFL right now, a.k.a. fuck Aaron Rodgers. So, should I say hello to the guests in the chat?
Please do.
Please.
Yeah, so let me go do that. We got Chester. What's going on there, Chester? How are you doing? We got Zodiac Z. Actually, Zodiac Z, if they have one, yeah, there you are. Zodiac Z said, what comes to mind when I ask you about Jason Voorhees? Well, that makes me think the little girl in the pink dress sticking a hot dog through a donuts.
That's right.
Oh, man. Zodiac Z, what's going on there, buddy? And Chester says, March is my favorite month for me because of March Madness season. Are you talking about the real March Madness season?
Of course he is. It's the month of the real March Madness.
Damn right it is. And Brad, since we're on that topic real quick, if you want to describe to the people on this promotion work that we're doing right after this stream for our Patreons and YouTube members.
Absolutely. If you're one of our Patreon/YouTube members, come on over and hang out with us after the stream tonight, as we're going to be picking our 64 movies that's going to be on the real March Madness this year. These are comic book movies, and we got a big list. We're going to make 64 movies out of it, and it's going to be fun. We're going to hang out too. If you got some Qs, we'll bring some A's, and it'll be just a cool little cool down.
Put your Qs and our A's.
As we always do.
As we always do.
How many Qs can you fit in one A? We're going to find out here in a little bit.
One at least.
The same amount of licks as it takes to get to the center of a lollipop.
Well, let's find out. 1, 2, and a 3. Anyways, folks, if you're a YouTube member and a Patreon, the Patreon link for that particular stream is on the Patreon page, or you can message me during the show, and I will send you that link too. I got the list, and I checked it twice to see who's eligible. And for YouTube members, it's in the post for that particular YouTube member, so the post is there as well. Brad, why did you give it a thumbs down? I got one.
I didn't realize
thumbs
we could
up.
even do that.
Here's a thumbs up for me. So if you need the link for it, and if you're eligible, let me know. I'll send you the link directly. And also, too, the YouTube membership link and the Patreon link is in the description down below, too. So it is not too late to sign up for it, so you do not miss out.
That's right. Right you are, Ted.
And since we're talking about Patreons real quick, we'll get it out of the way. The Patreons, the real hunters, these are the official backbone of the channel. So they get to hang out with us tonight if they choose to do so. And if you want to join along with us, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Like I said earlier, click the link, select any tier for both Patreon and YouTube members is eligible for this particular stream tonight. So you all could be real hunters today. But just in case, again, if you don't want to be Patreon, we got YouTube memberships available as well. I just love that picture so much, so I decided to keep that one. These are our YouTube members. They get to use badass emojis, especially the Jason Voorhees emoji. I better be seeing those a lot tonight, along with earning cool badges, much, much more. And we are in the progress of re-upping the perks, so you all can be real hunters today.
Right, you are, Ted. If you can't do those things, just being here, liking the video, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff helps us out as well. So we
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
that was loud.
and tell your wombats.
If you got Spanish Mondays and you want to tell a couple people, let them know.
And wombats, because wombats need our help right now because of a stupid American. Anyways, we got Rosie, my dear. Rosie, where are your roses? I can't forget those. There they are. There are all your roses. You deserve every single one of them, especially Fearing the Reaper you're adding into this particular stream. I'm so proud.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Rosie. Don't you mean don't tear the queefer? Am I right? Oh, you motherfuckers. I got you both so good.
Oh,
Let's
man.
see
I was ready
here.
for something next. Yeah.
8 minutes into the stream, we got our first queef.
No,
So-
7 minutes and
There you
50
go,
seconds.
baby. My queef leaders are here.
Oh, I rounded. All right, so who else we got in here? We got Ashton's in the house. What's going on there? Excuse me, Ashton. We got Brother Fluff. What's going on, dude? Saying Brett successfully climbed Mount Everest backwards, blindfolded, and naked.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
quite the
so
feat.
if you've seen those particular pictures of me, don't let that fool you. I promise you. Anyways, appreciate it, Brother Fluff, and I'm not sure where you got that picture from. That was just supposed to be between me and you. Like
The man can sing, too. Don't let me tell you, you can't.
ABC. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Anyways, that's a behind the scenes story right there. Who else we got in here? Y'all talking amongst yourselves. There's Holly Klein. What's going on there, Holly? How are you doing? She showed a badass Jason Voorhees emoji earlier. I can't pull it up on here because StreamYard doesn't know how to post those things, but I promise you it's there. Holly, I'm proud of you. Hopefully all is going well. Who else we got in here? Good Real Hunting.
Right.
Not sure who those asshats are. We got
Couple
Gory
of dildos.
and Maya Farhead. Gory Tiger, what's going on? We got Brooke. What's going on there, Brooke? How
What's up,
are you
Brooke?
doing? We got Sergeant Shitty Pickle. What's going on there, good sir? You. Who else we got in here? I'm just trying to play a little
Cheers.
catch up. We got Blu-ray Addict. What's going on there, Blu-ray? How are you doing? We got Herbert. What's going on there, Herbert?
Bonjour.
We got Gene Whitacombe. What's going on there, Gene Whitacombe? How are you doing?
Cheers.
Oh, Brett's freaking throwing out balloons for you already. How
Wow.
special is Gene? And we got Destiny. What's going on there, Destiny? How are you doing? Appreciate you hanging out with us before the newest episode of what's it called? The Servant Gents. That's on
What?
Apple TV.
The servant.
Severance.
The
The
servantage.
servantage.
That's a whole other thing.
Servantage.
That's a whole other
Yeah.
thing you got there.
Birdie has taken a leave of absence.
one's
Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. However you pronounce it.
Actually,
Servant
I
Gents
was
is
going to
on
ask
Skinamax.
Brad about that. Have you started Severance yet?
You know I haven't.
Oh, you low
done it.
down piece of
Yeah.
shit. No, I'm kidding.
It's gonna
What's
happen.
the holdup,
It's gonna
man?
happen. Me and Michelle and I are watching Better Call Saul at the moment. I think I don't know if she's gonna watch Severance with me or not. I need to figure that out. I'll watch it soon.
Dude, I can tell you she will like it. Actually, that's one you could watch together. She will really enjoy it.
She probably would. I just don't know. She wants to watch Shogun, and that's neither here nor there. But we'll
Oh.
get there.
Hey,
That's
I
only
want to
because
watch
she's reading the
Shogun.
fucking
I
book.
want to watch Shogun too.
Yeah,
I'll show you
Because I
both my
heard good
gun, and
things.
we can get it over with now.
Let's do it.
Anyways,
Alright,
yo,
cool.
Adrian, how you doing? I just gotta, that was too much of a close call there, you down there, So thank you, Adrian.
Divergence.
So let's see here. Who else we got?
Subvergence.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Fuck y'all. So let's see here. We got Jamie. What's going on there, Jamie? How
What's
are
up,
you
Jamie?
doing? Who else we got in here? I think I got everybody, but I just want to double check. Brooke says Jason Queefs Manhattan.
Hey.
Oh, yes,
that's
he
from us.
does. Yes,
That's
he
right.
does.
That was
And,
the original title before they changed it.
Yeah.
And
then he got queefed
Yellow-
on and lost his mask.
And then that show is tonight, and Yellow Jackets is tomorrow before work. So Desi's going to be very busy with TV shows.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, and,
Absolutely. And I will
Herbert.
say that there was one last thing before you took that last one off. I will say Yellow Jackets really, that last episode kind of got us back on track. Did it not? Am I right?
You feel good about it? You feel good about it?
I feel good about it. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't given up hope on the season. It just kind of went in some weird directions, but the last one kind of pulled it back in. So I feel good about it. I feel good where we're headed now.
Am I
love
wrong?
the sound of that.
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong? Am I right?
Herbert also said he wants a freaking Jason Lives t-shirt, and I'm sure you can find those at all your popular horror movie web pages. So go buy you one. Treat yourself.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
damn, this is big when Destiny's bringing out Brad freaking quotes here. I know that's right.
I know that's right. Good.
And Scare shitless for tomorrow. So there you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah,
I like
buddy.
it. We are back on track.
Damn
I will
right.
say this much, man. Christina
ahead.
Ricci is so good in that show, dude. I've had the biggest crush on her since Casper when I was a kid, but she absolutely fucking kills it in this show. I mean, they're all good, but she in particular, I think, is really, really good in that show.
Hell yeah.
That's excellent.
You guys got to get on it, man.
Hey,
You're wasting your time.
Hey, speaking of doing a little Mike Foley here, let me tell yourself, hey, Mick, how can we get back on the right track? I'll tell you how we can get back on the right track. Let's freaking tear it up some Jason Voorhees.
I got
Tear me?
confused there. Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, me too.
You want to do it? So here's what's going to do. I'm going to skedaddle, but I still got the comic section here, so I'm still spying on you all. And if you're a YouTube member, get those Jason Voorhees emojis up right now.
Brett, please
Ollie
don't.
cannot be the only
Can you do that? Can you do that one more time?
Anyways, so I'm out of
Nice.
here.
Well,
My arm's a little
we're
sore,
canceled
so if
already.
I'm slow on some splice, just forgive me on that. So I'm out of here. You fellas behave. Let's go.
Let's rock and roll, baby.
Oh,
Let's
man,
rock and
go.
roll, baby. I love it. It's gonna be a fun night. We're gonna be talking
There we
Jason
go.
all night. And let's go over this real quick. At the bottom, we got dog shit from the horse's ass, as always. Moving on up from there, we got weak ass Jason right there in the middle. Gets the job done. That's the middle of the pack kind of Jasons. And then we got kick ass Jason in the second to best tier. And then, of course, at the top, we got peak Jason. And we got all the adult versions of Jason in here. So we don't have to worry about anything crazy. The kid Jason from Friday the 13th is not on there, the original movie, but all the other ones should be for the most part. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, baby. I don't know where Birdie went, but we're here for him if he needs a hand.
He's Mia.
Damn it! He's getting Fernando. Yep, there he
Rosie,
is.
a hand!
I knew it. Look at
Hey,
that
Rosie.
hamburger meat,
Hey.
buddy.
Hey, Rosie, came all this way here to explain directly from
Oh.
Fernando. Rosie's my girl, though it ain't now, but we still. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's
Okay.
the Saturday Night Live skits. So,
Yes, that was good. You did a good job.
Nice.
okay, that was horrible. But anyways, I'm out of here.
No, it was
I
pretty
promise.
good.
Hey,
It was pretty good.
Peace.
hey, Brad.
All right.
Hey,
So,
man, hey.
here's what I feel
Oh.
like we should do, though, because this is just let's just go from individual Jasons as we're going to do, but let's go through the remake.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that so we ain't
Do
just
whatever's
picking
easiest.
randomly?
If you want to just pick from the top and start working your way down.
What
you can
about
do that.
Pamela?
Who the fuck is? Oh, Pamela. This is just Jason based, so Pamela unfortunately is not eligible.
One day she'll make a list. And
She'll check his
two,
flight.
this is more so. Before I get too much into it, too, before we get started, this is don't get too much into it. This is more or less kind of the looks of Jason. The performance we'll take into it a little bit, but it's not necessarily picking our favorite actor that plays Jason. It's also just the whole ensemble, the look of Jason, the way he is, and all that other cool
The
stuff.
design,
the design, yeah,
that kind of thing.
everything. So yeah, we can roll into it. And like I said, you can start at 2, or you can just start on the left and just work our way down.
Yeah, I think it's just 2 through the end, because I think a lot of people like the last Jason we'll talk about. So let's go with Jason Part 2, or as we love on the channel, the Sackhead Jason freaking is here. So we're gonna go with
sack counter, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna go with him, and he was played by Warrington Gillette and Steve
Dash.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that throughout. So if I'm looking this way, I'm making sure to get our Jasons right. So, Brad, you know what, Chris, you go first. Where would you like to put the sack?
You want to start with this Warrington Gillette, for fuck's sake, the Gillette factory, baby. Warrington Gillette, very cool guy.
The best a man can get.
Yeah, he was very cool,
or a woman could get, for that matter.
Oh.
Nice. Very, very cool dude. I'm going to put the sack into gets the job done. I think it's in the middle tier, right? I mean, I don't know how you boys feel about it. I think it's kind of like, I enjoy it for what it was, it was, took things in a new direction. But it doesn't really, looking back at it, doesn't really impress that much, right? But I think it has, I think maybe I'm just kind of partial to it because it's kind of like the original Jason, right? Before we got the hockey mask and everything. So I think I hold it close to the heart for that fact. But that's where I'm going to put it, man. What do you boys say?
Brad?
For me, I think when somebody tells me Jason Voorhees, I'd never think of the sack. That's not what I think of. Maybe for some people it is. But that's definitely far from my mind when I'm thinking Jason's. And I like the look of it overall. I think it's creepy. I like the fact that he runs in this movie. That makes things pretty intense and wild. That last chase sequence with Jenny was awesome. But he is a little whimsical, like tripping over chairs and all the other stuff.
He can't see out of that fucking thing.
No, I totally know. We've been there. We've done that. It's a very accurate.
Chris almost died. Or actually,
hey, man,
both almost died.
We both he almost killed us both. Yeah, trying to film a damn skit. Yeah.
All because I was blind. But no, I like the look of it. It's cool. It's not one of my, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. It's definitely solid. And I would probably be inclined to agree with you. Gets the job done. And mostly because he's just kind of whimsical. He's tripping. He's falling off chairs. He's getting fooled by a sweater in the end. Like, he does a lot of weird, goofy stuff. But for what he did, and he's small. He's the smallest Jason by far. He's not as intimidating as the rest of them. So yeah, Gimme gets the job done.
I
can't see shit out of this fucking thing.
Oh shit, I ripped my eye hole. I agree with you both. I think he gets the job done. In my opinion, he's just a little too clumsy for me. And this is really the first time we're really seeing Jason Voorhees in the franchise, and this is what we get, kind of like a clumsy villain. Which luckily, thank God for the next movie, it gets all freaking fixed. So I just tend to agree with you, fellas. He gets the job done. He's still iconic. And plus, Warrington Gillette, he's just a man. Die, bitch, die is what he wrote on my phone code. So I have to reward him with some deals, even though Steve Nash took most of the blunts in that movie, which Steve Nash, I still respect you. But yeah, so it gets the job done.
Yeah, I think so. It does.
And I'm with Destiny too.
Yeah.
I do love the look, but gets the job done is the right placement.
Yeah. You guys remember that song "Return of the Mac"?
From Big Daddy Mac. That's
No.
Big Daddy Mark. Sorry, my bad.
What about Mac?
Return of the Mac. Brother Fluff said "Return of the Sack," and now I can't get that "Return of the Sack" out of my head. Yes, I do. Right, I do. You guys don't remember that fucking?
I can tell you this. I have not heard this song before. I can tell you.
Damn, somebody in the chat's heard this fucking song. Return. You guys know what I'm talking about. Return
Every
of the
delicious
Sack.
wiener.
Anyway.
begins with Oscar Mayer.
Oh gosh, speaking of the freaking wieners, man, we did have the freaking Fluffy sing.
Wow, king
Yeah.
of the segues,
Oh.
bud, as always.
Oh no, it's not Fluffy, but Mitten. Sorry, you got me confused with Brother Fluff in the chat, dadgummit. I'm talking about Muffin with one of the greatest transition scenes of all time.
Yeah, where's Muffin? And then the hot dogs on the grill. That was pretty epic. Yeah, that was right after. Man, Chris, you had a whole book lined up for this movie, man. I don't know what happened to it. The second movie.
What are you talking about?
Slingshot, Flannel, and Wink.
Dude.
Oh yeah,
get to writing on that book so we can sell it.
Yeah,
it'd be fucking legendary.
The surefire way to pick up a lady at Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
Slingshot, Flannel, and Wink. Man,
you know who,
God dang, I got to go back and rewatch those review episodes, man. That was so much fun.
Hey, I'll tell you who could help you like with some entries within that book. We got Mikey's son. What's going on there, Mikey?
Hey, Mike.
I'm sure he's got a couple of playbooks or two in his little arsenal right there. If I can help you out, Chris. So, Mikey, hopefully all is going well, my dude. And we got Kyle's here. What's going on there, Kyle? How are you doing? And Lamantra, what's going on there, Lamantra? How are you doing? I know you are hard at work behind the scenes in your life. So I'm just glad you just took a little time to hang out with us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging in there.
Bonjour. Cheers.
All right. So that is part 2. Let's get to a little part 3 action here with Richard Brooker's Jason Voorhees in 3D. Chris, I know this movie's very special to you, so I'm definitely letting you go first on this one.
Let's rotate go back like we do with the tournament.
But this is his movie. But this is his movie, though. Well, I was going to do that. Fine.
Rotate it.
Well, we can
rotate me. Spin me on it.
Okay,
spin me on it.
Spin me. Right,
let's get spun,
round, baby. Right round. Anyways, Brad, go.
Richard Brooker from part 3. The look is solid. The look is an A+. I think the actor.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go first on this one.
Oh my God! Did you just pull an Alan from The Hangover?
Go, Brad. Go, dude.
The look is A+, the action, the acting is A+, the intimidation factor is A+. I think everything about this one kicks ass. I'm going peak. Well, I say kicks ass, but I'm going to go peak Jason with part 3. Because for me, it's the most human version of Jason we get in the hockey mask, I think. He gets a little more towards the deader version in part 4, I think. This one, he seems human. I think the look under the mask in this movie is really solid too. Whenever he takes his mask off at the end and he's chasing in the dream sequence, all that stuff's really creepy. That looks creepy as hell. So yeah, give me peak Jason for part 3.
Chris?
Couldn't be happier that you said that, because that's exactly where I was going to go. I think this Jason is the most human, if I could say that, and but he's also hulking and intimidating at the same time. And kind of like you said, at this particular point in time, you haven't seen like all the undead, supernatural type bullshit at the end, as we're about to get into. So yeah, I think this is peak Jason, man.
All right, and Jason Part 3 has a quick message for Halloween 4's Michael Myers. What makes you so special, Jason? At least I'm not wearing hockey pads. Because gosh almighty, freaking this Jason is bulked, and I'm just telling you, it's not hockey pads, it's freaking the wildlife and just learning to survive there. Just bulking himself up. He's got great iconic kills in this movie, and thank God he shut the hell up of Chili's freaking screaming. Or not Chili. Is that no, that's not her name. What's her name?
Chili. It's Chili.
No, Chili's the boyfriend. But what's her name?
Chuck is the boyfriend.
Oh yeah, Chuck's dead. Yeah, so Chili, thank God that he shut her up. And just the legendary battle that he has with Chris Higgins at the third act is so iconic in this franchise. So guys, 2 for 2 right now. He's gonna be peak Jason.
Now, boys, have we examined the possibility that just maybe, Jason had killed someone and just stumbled on to a fanny pack completely filled to the brim with anabolic steroids?
100%. Or this
I
is
think
actually,
I think that's the case.
we didn't know this at the time, but we know it after the whole thing came done at the end of the series. Jason possesses people. He probably just went from one dude at the end of 2, jumped into another fella that's been hitting the gym in part 3, and that's the new Jason. He probably crawled with a worm right up the dude's asshole.
Crumbud. Yeah.
He crawled the worm up his eyes, mate, and he walked right up in there.
Jason plays one dude as another dude playing another dude. That's what freaking Jason's doing.
He hopped right into Hulk Hogan and then just took him over, man.
Brother. Yeah, that would have been. I think that. I mean, honestly, it should be. I think it should be a theory. I think that's a pretty credible theory. Is that explains the growth of Jason between 2 and 3? Is he just wormamized himself and jumped into an asshole?
I've been incepted. You're never leaving this camp, brother.
Chris, let me ask you, speaking, we brought up freaking Hulk Hogan here. Have you ever had his shitty American beer?
I can't say that I have. I was unaware. Now I have watched his sex video.
A couple times.
Oh God.
Oh, a couple times in which he approaches a woman completely naked and says, "You're awesome, brother." That is a true quote directly from the movie. Please go watch it. I'm glad that I have that information. I really love the fact that he said that.
Yeah, we all got very educated right there.
And we took it and we learned from it. Chris has been dropping it in the bedroom since 19
when?
2000. We'll call it 2008. Let's say 2008.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
You're awesome, brother.
One of his elite years. So speaking of freaking going all elite here, and I'm not talking about AW. Let's go with Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, the last Friday the 13th movie in this franchise, fellas. It is, well, as so we thought until Cash Talks. We got Friday the 13th Part 4 with Ted White's Jason. Can I take the lead on this one?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, please do.
I shall, because this is the most badass Jason in all of the Jasons. This is my personal favorite because he's in my favorite Friday the 13th, and he is the main reason that is my favorite Friday the 13th. He's got iconic kills, just an iconic look once the hockey mask is off. He's just so awesome. This is definitely the most brutal and darkest Jason we get throughout this franchise at that point. So if he is not peak Jason, I'm calling you all liars.
I would say, actually, you go, Chris. We'll go clock. Let's just keep it clockwise, which is left to right.
Okay.
In this case.
Yeah, I'm inclined to put it in the same for those reasons. This is not my favorite of the Friday the 13th, but I do think that this was, as we approach that sort of undead kind of version of Jason, this is I would say is probably the most imposing. Definitely, like you said, the darkest. And I still love the movie. It's just not my favorite Jason, but he's up there. So I will go with that. I could agree with that, peak Jason.
I'll stick him up there as well, boys, because I think again the look is great. The unmasked Jason is fantastic in this one again. Very, very solid work there by Tom Savini and the team. He's intimidating. He runs in this one too, a couple times, and yeah, this is actually probably the scariest version of Jason I would say on the entire list. He's got the axe mark in his head from the first movie, but he's still kicking a lot of ass. So yeah, I think this would probably be the scariest one. I would say definitely one of the best looks. I don't love the fingernails, but it's not enough to pull it down.
Nice. All right, and
hey man, he had a damn coke habit there for a little while. All right. Let's let the fingernails go.
Oh God,
they're fine, but it's like the next day after 3, and he doesn't have those kind of nails in 3. It gets weird, dude.
So real quickly, we got Matt Fauci from Fauci Cinema. What's going on there, Fauci? You sexy SOB. We got Derek Mears and Brooker are the goats so far. We got 1 of 2 so far. Putting it at peak Jason. Will Derek Mears join that list? Continue watching.
We'll see what happens, man, when we get to the end, won't we?
Oh, yeah. It's always going to freaking happen at the end. So let's see here. All right. We're going on to the next one.
That's right,
here.
Fauci. Wait till we climax here, bud.
Oh yeah, we reached the climax. Anyways, Brad, you suggested this particular Jason, which I was shocked that you brought it up, but technically he was in it. We got Dream Jason from Part 5.
Yeah, Chris, you take this one first.
Dream Jason? What are we talking about here?
This is the Jason that's at the beginning of the movie.
The Michael Myers wannabe.
Yeah, he's the one at the beginning of the movie where they those two dudes, Corey Feldman's dreaming, and those two dudes bury Jason. And he stabs their asses with some with an ice pick, and then he shows up periodically as a hallucination throughout the movie as well.
Because Tommy Jarvis is eating those meat hallucination sticks.
Meat hallucinations, you say?
Brad, shut the fuck up, okay? I'm having a rough night. I'm having a rough night with my speaking impediment.
Yeah, me too, pal.
When do you guys go first? I'm on crack cocaine. I don't even remember what this. You're talking about Part 5.
Yeah.
Part 5 is the dream one where Tommy Jarvis is having those illusions of Jason.
Now, this is not ringing any bells for me at all.
It is played by Johnny Hawk. Hawk?
5.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go first for you, Chris.
Thank you.
I'll say that this version of Jason actually looks fucking awesome. It had this been a full movie of this Jason, it really would have been one of the better looks in the franchise. I think he looks intimidating, looks scary. You can barely see him in the picture down there, but he actually looks like Jason, and he looks great. Problem is, he's only in the movie for like 2 minutes, and he's a dream sequence guy, so that holds him back, obviously, because we don't get to see him in action. But from the look alone, I say he gets the job done. I mean, it's actually really good.
Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna go that
You're talking about the.
up.
I'm so sorry, man. You're talking about the shit where they. Okay, so he has the worms in his eyes and all that shit at the when they dig him up. Am I crazy?
He might have worms. I know he's got worms in 6. He might have worms in his eyes from that one too. Jason.
Fuck it, skip me, dude. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, Brad, you put him at gets the job done.
Yeah.
Oh,
he does have worms. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I thought about weak-ass Jason because of just the time limit of his restrictions. But then I got to thinking, every time that he is on screen, he absolutely sells the scene and gets the job done. And I'm with you, Brad. I love the look. I wish this is the kind of Jason we got in this damn movie versus the next wannabe Jason that we're getting ready to talk about. So I'll join you. Gets the job done.
Yeah, it actually looks like the Part 4 Jason too. I mean, it's a really cool,
And the axe right there is a badass weapon of choice too.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right, let's get this out of the way. Rip off the Band-Aid. What about wannabe Jason Voorhees himself? The one with the blue in the mask. Whoever wants to go first. Yeah,
we'll just keep it rolling. I'll take for Roy Burns' version of Jason, which technically again isn't, but I actually think he does a decent job. He looks good. I like the blue, kind of changing up the mask a little bit, going blue with it. It makes him stand out from the rest of the franchise. So he's not the worst. I would give him weak ass Jason. He does take a beating at the end, and he keeps coming. He does a good job. Give me a weak ass Jason for Part 5.
Weak ass Jason for Part 5. Chris, before you go, weak ass Jason, according to Brad or Roy, is played by Dick Wieand. If I can pronounce, which hopefully I pronounced that right. Right. So Chris, go ahead.
Brady, you go next.
Oh, wait, real quickly, because Chris can always appreciate a good sex joke.
Damn it, Destiny! You took my joke clean out of my mouth. Damn it! I was just about to say, much like this, Jason, I've also taken a beating and kept on coming. So, damn it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. Let's just do weak ass Jason for that particular one. This is the one that I was thinking of that we were going to do for 5 was just the make believe Jason there. But I will say he did manage to run. Who was it? Which character was it that he killed with the tractor? And it's like the scene from Austin Powers when he's coming from like...
It was Reggie the Reckless coming in.
Yeah, he ran over Jason.
No!
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. And Jason just stands there with his arm out like this, and it's just,
Don't
And then eventually, yeah, I just
Which did you
absolutely
know?
took him out.
Real quick, did you know fact right here? Did you know that particular actor from Austin Powers who does the stop is the only one that gets killed by Michael Myers or by both Michael Myers, Michael Myers as Austin Powers and Michael Myers from Halloween from Halloween Kills.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
No,
really
I
cool.
did
Same
not.
actor.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
got it
put him
now.
in weak ass Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, talking to me, boss?
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, Daddy, you're up.
That's my favorite line of his is talking to me, boss? No. Oh, okay. Thought you were talking to me. But no, freaking Roy, he's a fake ass Jason. Even though I will admit, like from what Brad said, he does take probably one of the more brutal beatings as a Jason in this entire franchise. So I would give him some credit. He's not dog shit from a horse's ass, but he's a phony, a big fat phony. I'm taking him as weak ass Jason too. So far we're doing pretty good at agreeing.
Yeah, so far so good. We're looking good.
Alrighty, so this is where probably the heat of the battle is getting ready to come in now. Next, part 6, Jason Lives, baby. CJ Graham.
Oh yeah, Bertie, you're up first, my friend.
All right, let's piss some people off. I am going to still respect him, okay, because he does get the job done. But to me, wearing a fanny pack, those big ass mittens, which I'm not sure where the hell those came from. Just everything about him is just too goofy for me while also trying to be too serious. So he's a very confusing Jason for me. It's just some of his kills are freaking corny too. So again, I love the look, love the opening. I still respect him because of you gentlemen. But for me, he gets the job done.
Now, of course, boys, I'm going to go peak Jason. Was it my turn?
Yes, you go.
It's my turn. Your turn now.
You go.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of has the look of a high school janitor. But I'm going to forego that because he's just nasty, man. This is just Jason at his nastiest. And he's just, I think that he's just super imposing the entire time. He's just filthy. And you just don't want to be anywhere near this fucking guy, man. And yeah, and it doesn't hurt that it's probably it is my favorite in the franchise. So I'm going to say peak Jason here.
I knew that was coming.
Give me peak Jason as well. This guy is 10 out of 10 across the board from the look of the Jason. This is the first and best version of zombie Jason that we get by far. And you get the regular look of Jason. I think is one of the best. This is my favorite mask, I would say, in the whole franchise. The mask in this thing is sexy as hell. His stature is intimidating. He's beast. But then you add in the fact that you got the opening sequence with his mask off, where he's been buried in the damn ground for however many years, and he comes crawling out. He's got maggots dropping off his head. He's climbing out of graves, punching hearts out. It's the most powerful. He's the most powerful version of Jason that we've seen to date. At this point, he's taking gunshots. He's getting hit by shotguns. All this crazy stuff's going on at the end, but he keeps coming. He just boss walks into the damn lake too, and takes out Tommy there for a minute. So yeah, I love it, dude. And I actually like the tool belt shit. I think it's kind of cool and unique. And again, it makes this one stand out across the pack. So give it to me, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's just highlighting some of these comments here, too. Just taking a little break from the screen because, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put him at peak Jason because I got outbeaten, which, again, I respect that. But what about that Alice Cooper song, though?
Fantastic soundtrack, man. I love everything about that movie, man. And Jason is a big part of that. I mean, he is. If they would put one of these goofier looking Jasons in that movie, it would have held it back a little bit. But he's out there breaking backs.
I think it would have improved it, to be honest with you, because it's a goofy movie to begin with kills. So a goofy. This is where part 2 Jason could have been effective in this movie.
No, fuck that. No, he's not goofy like that. He's actually still very, very vicious in this movie. He's breaking backs. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a perfect blend, dude. I love it. Give it to me,
the
man.
smiling tree.
Filthy shit. I love this Jason, dude.
The smiley tree that looks like a freaking one of those smiley fries, man.
I like smiley fries, and you know what? I think that
you do.
Yeah, I
The,
like 'em a lot
the
sometimes.
embarrassment of the French fry chain right there is the smiley fries.
Not when you're talking about the Jason fingers.
Hey, I'd rather take a
Mm.
Jason finger than I do a smiley fry any day of the freaking week. So
I'll have a Voorhees burger.
And some Jason fries, whatever it was called.
oh no, God, now y'all making me hungry. I am planning on going to Taco Bell after the second stream. So let's see.
Who's buying a Taco Bell?
Well, unfortunately, I have to buy because
You're
of the
buying a
bet
Taco
we.
Bell?
Well, because
Hey, that's an easy decision. We're there.
Unfortunately, you won a bet earlier while we were playing that ghost game. Which, if you
That's
would tell the
true.
chat real quick, I could never pronounce that. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce it.
What is it
game did we
called?
play?
Server Boys. Phasmophobia. It's a
Yeah,
ghost hunt game.
Phasmophobia.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
you should have made
Played-
Birdie say it.
Phasmophobia. Ha!
Damn.
I do expect a delivery at my door after the show tonight of a burrito from Taco
Hey,
Bell.
I'll pull a Chris and I'll DoorDash it.
You're damn right, buddy.
All right. Speaking of freaking DoorDashing, no one's going to want to DoorDash this Jason Voorhees, especially if he comes to your front door with the Taco Bell meal looking like this. And I'm talking about part 7, Jason. The new blood, man. The new blood. We got Jason Voorhees with the debut of one of the most legendary actors to play Jason Voorhees in. Why did I just blank on his fucking name?
Kane
Don't tell
Hodder.
me.
Kane
Don't
Hodder?
fuck.
Oh,
King
sorry.
Hodder. Yeah, I would have gotten it. I just would have to put my thinking cap on. So King Hodder as Jason Voorhees. Who's going?
It's Chris's turn to go first.
You might go. Okay. Man, this is a tough one because I will say the only one thing that I like about New Blood is the look of Jason. I think this is a continuation from the last one, and am I thinking of the right? This is the one where he has like a cut at the edge of his mask, right?
Yes. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's gnarly as hell. And he withstands a lot in this. Just a completely badass Jason in this. So that's pretty much the only thing I like about the movie. So I'm gonna put it in Kick-Ass Jason. For me, that's probably where this one goes. I won't be opposed to go to Peak Jason because I do love the look. I think it just takes it a tick down because I hate the movie so fucking much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think.
Oh, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think the movie holds it back, but I mean, this isn't really about the movies, but it still does kind of hold it back a little bit. But yeah, this is one of the coolest looks of Jason that we get. And he's like Kane Hodder does a good job as well with being, with his breath and all that cool stuff. That's kind of where we get introduced to that. Yeah, they did a lot of work on that design of Jason, and it shows, man. They probably put the most attention to detail in this movie over any other movie when making a Jason. And like the whole third act of the movie, he's got his mask off. It explodes. He's out there duking it out, getting nails thrown at him. And for the time, I think it actually looked really good. So I'm kind of in that in between of Kick-Ass and Peak Jason myself. But I think I'll go Kick-Ass Jason. So we can let the people decide if Brett goes higher than that, I guess.
Because I am going to go higher than that, because a lot of people need to take light of this. I know technically we can't count it because technically it doesn't exist, but I watched it, dangumit, so it exists to me. But the MPAA did cut out all the big gore scenes from Friday Part 7, because I've been telling people if it was added, if they didn't cut it, this would have been a top 3 Jason Voorhees or top 3 Friday the 13th movie, hands down. So I'm going to play a factor into that, but we've already discussed it. That I'm also playing the factor of the look of Jason Voorhees. Destiny brought it up in the chat. The spine, the freaking chain on the front, and when the mask explodes and we get the look of zombie Jason, that looks badass too. And plus, he takes a fucking beating in this movie, and he also had to fight freaking a girl with freaking telekinesis powers. I know telekinesis. But I'm just telling you, this is a badass Jason. And actually, Destiny, I'm glad you brought that up too. This is her favorite NECA figure, because I got that too, and that's the story that's attached to me as well of my favorite NECA figure, because I stole it from a 21-year-old when he was trying to hide it from everybody, and I knew his hiding place, and I stole it, and I bolted out fucking Target, dude. So I have too many memories with this Jason. So give
Wow.
me peak Jason. I know I'm an
Nice.
asshole, and that was the day where I'm like, you know what? Maybe one day I need to go on the heel side, just like John Cena.
Based on, we basically just admitted to shoplifting, but that's all right.
It's not shoplifting. I still paid for it. I just had to pay for it at the self-checkout super quickly so that 21-year-old doesn't realize I took his fucking NECA figure.
How do you know that he was 21?
Because he definitely looked like it. He looked like one of those basement
Well.
21-year-olds, like, those keyboard warrior shit. So, you know what? It was probably good for him. He learned a lesson. Hide your toys better at the store while you're shopping. But anyways,
Good lesson.
I'm doing peak Jason. You all did both kick ass. So technically it's a 2-1. I could put it at kick ass Jason, unless if y'all want to change your mind real quick. Or if you want the chat to discuss.
Chat?
I'm good with
Brad?
the peak, but let's let the people vote on it. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. And plus, we need the chat to get involved in this. So, part 7, Jason, peak or kick ass, go. Let's see here. All right, there we go. We got it going. We got Aaron Click is in the house. Aaron Click, and let me get you on the screen real quick. What's going on there, Aaron Click? How are you doing? And how does Wood precisely look 22 years old? I just have a good sense of judgment on this one, so just believe me. Believe me, damn it. I'm having a hard night for pronouncing words as it is.
I think he just stole from a 12-year-old child.
I promise you he was not 12. If he was 12, he was taking steroids. Or as Brad was alluding to, he probably had the ability to just shape-shift, form the form with him being a worm and going to people's anatomies of a human hole. So it's okay, Fo.
Wow.
Where are we right now?
I am on the struggle bus tonight. I feel like I got hit by a fucking bus.
Here's a question.
He's off the fucking rails over here. I mean, I don't even know where we are.
Well, we're at part 8, Jason.
I just know we teleported and went up a hole of a human.
Hey, sometimes you do that, man.
Nothing wrong with that. But let's
more
go
than once
over...
I've asked myself, how did I get here?
How were we created? But anyways, let's go to part 8, Jason, while that's being discussed in the poll by our lovely chat. So we got part 8, Jason, going to Manhattan. King Harder returns. What are we thinking here, boys?
Here's what I'm thinking about part 8, Jason.
Oh,
it blows ass. This I think this might be my least favorite look in the whole franchise. And I get it. There's Mask. There's other looks that might be worse in bits and piece chunk territory. But this motherfucker stays wet, dude. The whole movie, moist, slimy. Even after he's been in the sauna for an hour killing people, he's still got, he looks fucking stupid. I actually hate the mask in this movie for myself. I hate the yellow tint to it. I hate the way it's shaped. Everything about it blows ass, in my opinion. It just looks dumb. I hate the way that his sleeves are up and his white skin is popping out. I hate everything about it. And what's even worse is these little dream sequences of him in this movie where he's got hair and shit. That's the dumbest look of kid version of Jason we've ever seen. And then let's remember the end when the mask comes off and we get the unmasked version of Jason here. Remember the chiclets?
Can you remember or remind me exactly what was that noise that he made when that water kept coming out?
And he's spitting the water up, and then the little baby version of Jason surfing out like damn Kurt Russell and Welcome to L.A. or whatever that movie is.
Literally was on SPC
from
Unleashed. I was on SPC Unleashed on Sunday, and we watched that movie, and I got to relive that scene, and I went, "Oh my god!"
Well, that's like that little boy that's surfing out of Jason's mouth at the end of that movie on the deleted scenes. But that's easily 100%. 1,000% the worst look of unmasked Jason we've ever seen.
What about the guitar kill?
The
JJ.
That was JJ got smashed. AJ or JJ, whatever her name was. She got smashed. But no, I hate the look of it. It looks like you formed him out of clay and put him in the microwave for 30 minutes. I don't know. He looked fucking stupid as hell. at the end. It looked like they put no effort into making it look like the one from 7. Really bad. And his resurrection scene was probably one of the dumbest thing I've seen in movies.
Well,
So he's dog shit from a horse's ass for me.
How did they even get the power supply under Crystal Lake?
I don't know,
hey, they're trying to revamp it.
He's standing there with his arm up, like he's got some boulders on him or whatever, and he's just sitting there. And he gets electrocuted, and he looks fucking stupid.
That movie is almost a comedy. We need to go back and watch it. I need to go back and rewatch the review. That was so much fun.
We could just redo review.
That one's going to be a movie roast, though. That one's going to be a roast.
Oh God, yeah. And Jeffrey Cool, I'm glad you are not watching. Just in case if you're wondering, Jeffrey Cool is the badass who has the Friday the 13th fan group in Facebook. He does a wonderful job. His favorite one, I think his favorite Friday the 13th movie is indeed Part 8. So I'm glad you're here, so you don't have to take this abuse from these gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I'll do the best that I can, but real quickly, Sergeant Shitty does say Juicy Jason, as Cody Leach says, dog shit.
100%. 100%.
Chris,
do you boys remember what was the original title?
You're going to be next.
What was the original title that we gave it before? It was
Jason briefly commandeers a shipping vessel, a small shipping vessel.
Yeah, a small shipping vessel. Yeah. That's what it was originally called, and they had to change it to. They were like, actually, let's just go to Manhattan.
Okay, and
Brady, what you got?
How did the lake connect to the ocean? That's just for a whole nother thing. If you read if you watch our review from the past, that gets answered.
You gotta pay attention to the study of land and bullshit.
Yeah, freaking geography. But anyways, I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm talking about geography, but I will talk about Jason Part 8. I don't think he is as bad as these gentlemen are saying that he is. And the reason he's wet a lot, as I'm not sure how many times I have to tell you,
you still can't explain
part
it.
of a rainstorm that was outside. He was part of a
sauna.
The man was always sweating. And plus, killing people takes a lot of work and puts a lot of sweat out of you, dude.
He looked dumb as fuck. He wasn't just wet.
Wait, did you say I looked dumb as fuck?
No, he looked dumb as fuck.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that hurt my fucking feelings.
He wasn't just wet. He was just dripping everywhere he went. It was like tick, tick, tick. His water was squishing everywhere.
I know.
It was
I
so
dated
annoying,
a girl like that once.
Dude, it was freaking it was a monsoon outside, dude. Like,
not at the beginning.
Like,
not for like the first 40 minutes.
Like, there she blows. Oh my God. Do not do anything with that, Chris. I swear to God. Don't. Shut your mouth.
For the sake of time, I'm just going to let it ride.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, not that one too. Anyways, what I'm going to say is he's still not the perfect Jason for me, but I'm just going to be quite honest with you. Still iconic kills in this movie with the boxing match with Julius. I'm going to say he gets the job done.
Well, you say that.
But now this is where Chris ruins it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to just... I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go with dog shit from a horse's ass. Even though I can actually watch this because I mean it's at this point it's kind of like a comedy to me. But if we're just solely basing Jason's look, it's bad, man. It's really bad. They took everything that they did good in 7, and then it's just like and we talked about this in the review. It's just like they forgot all of that, and they were like, you know what? We don't care about any of that. Let's just go back to the board here. And like Brad said, let's just mold it out of clay. He's been underwater for a while. Let's shove a couple of chiclets in there as a couple of old teeth. And then let's let him spit out a little water. It's bad, dude.
It's actually throw up that King Harder can do free-willing. Like, he can do it willingly, throw up anytime he wants. And he also, the best way I describe freaking Jason without the mask, he looks like one of the putties from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
No, nothing about it was good. So maybe if you go, we could split the. Me and Brad both said dog shit from a horse's ass, so you could split the difference and put weak ass if you want.
Well,
whatever.
It's 2-1, so if you want to do dog shit from horse's ass, I can't stop you technically.
Yeah, you let the people vote for it too if you'd like to.
Oh, we could do that. I think that's cool. And plus, Ryan's here. What's going on there, Ryan? How are you doing? And let's go ahead and end this poll for the Part 7, Jason, that is. So for... Excuse me, that story is very carbonated.
Wow, bless you.
14 votes, 64% say Part 7 Jason is peak Jason.
Wow. Okay.
So
You'll get no argument from me.
Yeah, I'm good
so-
with it, man.
All right, so we're gonna do another poll here, but this time in the ship region of this. So, Jason 8.
Hey man, I've played around in the shit region before. It doesn't
Weak
bother me.
as Jason or dog shit from horse's ass. Go vote. If I can hit the button. There we go. So let's see here. We are now officially at part 9, Jason. This could be the Jason you see. It could be all the Jasons that he took over the body of, and the worm version of Jason. So all of the above, anything that Jason goes to hell for Jason.
This one got pretty. Oh wait, it's Brett's turn, I think.
In my turn?
Is that right? Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay. So the opening Jason with the look of him, I wasn't a big fan of the mask pushing into his skin. It never really clicked for me and all that. And just the whole him jumping abilities and all that doesn't really do it for me as well. What kind of saves Jason in this movie for me is just the worm Jason. Because again, it's just so unique and different. And plus, if you just shoot have a anatomy of a human whole, you impress me. But unfortunately, it still doesn't do enough. Just like the movie entitles Jason Goes to Hell, he does go to hell, and he steps in dog shit from a horse's ass. I hate this Jason.
This is the worst fucking thing. And even Brad, even playing Jason for the skits, had a hard time living with that. Do you remember that?
I couldn't breathe, man.
Yeah, you couldn't breathe because we had the...
When your mask is inside your head, it's hard to breathe.
Yeah, the mask inside and then the rest of the shit on the outside. So this is awful, man. Dog shit from a horse's ass all day long. I fucking hate this movie.
Yeah, I too would agree with that statement. It got weird, man. I like this one probably better than part 8. Because it's kind of, especially in that opening, because the opening of this movie is actually really awesome. Where he's chasing that chick through the woods. He looked like his old self right there for a minute, minus the head explosion, but everything else looked really cool. But yeah, it still sucks though.
What about the part where he was literally fucking annihilated? His body exploded into chunks, and then suddenly the next scene, they are wheeling in a body into the morgue. What was left of him? There was nothing left. How would they get those legs?
His heart, Michael. His heart. But can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this all day to do this. No! When he explodes.
Oh, yeah.
No!
I'll say this, though. I will say this. All versions of Jason in this movie was pretty brutal. Whenever he was, at least in the middle of the movie, when he was like actually killing people and stuff, he was fucking slaying people. He was shaving people, everything in between. But yeah, there were some good kills in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you blow me, Chief?
Let me snap. Talk about Snap Your Fingers, the song, and the Duke takes that way too literally. But man, I would love to visit that movie for a movie roast episode. Like, we might just have to dedicate a month to a movie roast in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Seriously.
So that would be a fun time. So we'll wait until one more before we get to part 8, Jason, for the results of that. So the only way we can go now, we got to go space. So we got 2 Jasons to talk about in Jason X. So let's talk about the regular one. We'll check on the poll, and then we'll check on the ever Jason. So this is the regular Jason we get at the beginning of Jason X. So I believe it's quiz time.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
all right, go for it, Chris.
I went last time.
Did you go first last time, though?
No, I did. Jason goes to hell first.
Did you really? Okay. What do you want to talk about first?
The Jason you see at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, Jason we see at the beginning of the movie. I mean, it's whatever, man. I would nothing impressive, nothing new at that particular point. Like, you've kind of seen it all. I would kind of go with I mean, weak ass Jason probably for me for that particular one, and then for the other guy, fuck, I don't know, man. I want to say gets the job done.
yes. Well, yeah, I was about to say, hold on Uber Jason for a moment. This is just regular Jason.
We can crank
Okay,
them both out though at simultaneous. Well,
cycle
we
through.
don't want to get yeah. Okay, so for me, Jason, the first half, Jason X. I actually thought the performance by Kane Hodder in this one was really good. I like the way that he portrays Jason in this particular film, and that goes for the beginning of the movie too. He has some good kills before he turns into Uber Jason. Actually, it's a larger part of the movie too, where he's doing some crazy stuff, smashing faces in with the frozen, the frozen shit.
Liquid hydrogen.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was cool as hell. So I like that. Yeah, but I didn't really like the look. Like he had hair and stuff, and like the mask didn't really look that good.
It's the fucking kid from Jason Part 8 when he was a kid. That's the fucking Jason they used. He all grew up.
Oh yeah, he all grew up, dude. That's for sure. But yeah, I think that I think I'd go weak ass Jason as well, just because of the look. I think he's not the worst. Acted well, but the look, I didn't really like it that much.
And there's no fucking he's been underwater for all this time, and at least every other Jason up to this point made an attempt to allude to the fact that he had been underwater and had been waterlogged. And this one is just like, this is just like some serious, it's like basically they're treating him like Hannibal Lecter, right? Mm-hmm. He's just some crazy psychopath with a mask on. His face looks like, his skin looks like a regular. It's regular skin.
Yeah. Got the hair. I guess like he'd been regenerating or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, because that's why they brought him to that lab. It's because he had the rejuvenation power, and they were trying to kind of like steal that power in order to solve cancers and stuff. It was poorly written.
Yeah, it was goofy as hell. But yeah, I just don't like the look, man.
No. Like, the look is okay. I hate the hair, but I will give to Jason for this, and which, by the way, this is also King Hodder. Same thing with Jason Goes to Hell, King Hodder as well, as a security guy, too. But with this one, this is the last one we get of King Hodder, and he just does his all. I like the intimidation factor of this Jason. Again, don't like the look with the hair and everything, but he gets some good kills in with the liquid hydrogen kill, the drill kill. He gets some good kills in, but I'm just, again, not the biggest fan of the look either. So I'm going to go with weak ass Jason as well. So we all agree there.
Tremendous.
All right. So let's check on the poll real quick. Let's see here. 10 votes. 60% say weak ass Jason for Jason 8. So he's not dog shit from a horse's ass.
All right, fair enough.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep everything in movie order. So there we go.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, as I don't pretend you're not impressed. So all right, let's get to
I did over 100.
Let's go with some Uber Jason himself, all decked out in freaking nanotechnology. Jason, Uber Jason, or Uber Jason. I'll just call
Uber
him.
Jason.
So
you know what? Yeah, I think this one it kind of works in a way because this movie's so goofy. It's kind of one of those things. It's just kind of cool to be a part of this franchise. So I remember whenever they transitioned from the into the Uber Jason, he became like super intimidating as he came out and pretty much knocked KM's head off and all that cool stuff. Like he was actually pretty badass. I like it. I think for the time, the look is kind of cool. It's different. It's definitely a direction I never saw this franchise going. But it's a cool, fun, funky kind of way to portray Jason. Gets the job done for this one.
Yeah. Wait, you're going to say gets the job done? I'm going to say that this Uber Jason kicks ass because, again, we got the intimidation factor. We got the look. The red eyes, not the greatest thing, but I could just kind of give that away. And he also just kicks a lot of ass, kicking ass at the characters at the end. Even though they kind of made him look silly and all that, with the shooting star and everything. But he gets to freaking beat up some freaking lesbians in the sleeping bag. Just bring back that good old-fashioned kill. So to me, kicks ass. This is a kick-ass Jason, Uber Jason.
I'm gonna go with gets the job done. I think. And can I talk to you about premarital sex?
I thought you wanted to be talking about smoking pot.
Yeah, premarital sex. Aha. So I'm gonna say, yeah, probably gets the job done. Because I remember I actually saw this in theaters, and I remember at the time was like, oh, cool, they finally did something different. Because you have to think at this point, it's like 5 movies or whatever. It's just been the same fucking thing over and over again. So it was kind of interesting to see something new. And I think in that way, it kind of works on a certain level. So I'll say gets the job done.
All right, so we got 2 get the job done and kick ass. So we're gonna have to do a poll on that one. So
Throw it up.
Oh, I don't have a poll. So let me go ahead and start this poll real quick.
Really?
So,
You don't have a poll at all? What happened to it?
Freddy fingers.
fuck you.
It hit me the same time it hit you, dude. I was sitting there. I was like,
I don't have a poll.
Oh my god, I fucking hate you guys. Anyways,
you ever been pole vaulted?
gets the job done, or
Julie has no dick.
Jason. Let's see here. All right, got that. I got that voting underway. So go ahead and vote away. And while we talk about, and I want to bring this comment up because it's not transition here. In my opinion, Harder should have came back to play Jason, and Freddy versus Jason, the other guy I just didn't like. And we're getting ready to talk about that guy because that guy's name is Ken Kirksinger, who plays Jason Voorhees in Freddy versus Jason. So whoever, Chris is up.
Nice. Yeah. So for this particular one, I hadn't seen this one in so long. I actually had to look up a picture to even remind myself what he even looked like on here. But this one was kind of weird. This is another one where the hair kind of takes me out of it, dude. I don't know, but that dude was fucking humongous. And this wasn't the guy that got thrown in Jason Part 8, was it?
You damn right it was. It was kind of fitting because King Harder got to toss his ass, and that was kind of like his justice of, you took my spot, you bastard.
Yeah. But I do love the mask in this one. It has all that fucking wear and tears, all these scrapes and scratches and shit on it. And overall I did like the performance in this particular one. So I think I'll probably go. I think I might be inclined to go with Kick-Ass Jason, because I think he did create quite a bit of havoc in this one, and compared to what they're doing with Freddy in this movie, I do think that he kicks some ass in this one. So I'll go with Kick-Ass, man. I don't know.
Brad?
I think he was just like kind of fun. Like he filled the role nicely. He came in as a stand-in Jason, and he was able to do something pretty good with it. And I like him. Nothing really about him stands out to me, though. I actually don't really like the mask in this movie. They kind of changed the shape of it, but it seems like there's sunken eye holes in it or something too. I don't know. Maybe that was just his eyes, the way they were shot. I don't know. The hair, yeah, like Chris said, is a little bit weird. But he does have a lot of good kills in this. He looks good fighting up against Jason. I'd still kind of put him right there in the middle. Probably gets the job done, I think.
Okay, and Chris, I know why you were laughing.
Oh yeah,
I
tossed his ass.
Hey, Brad, he wants you tonight. He's gonna beat your ass. What's he gonna do with my ass? That was kind of weird. Anyways, that's a WWE reference. But yeah, so this Jason, I honestly didn't have a problem with the actor, and plus, that's not his fault for not for being Jason Voorhees. It's the it's like the studios and the director's fault for not getting King Harder back. So if you should be mad at anybody, it should be them, not Ken, because I thought he still did a very good job, like Chris mentioned, that he is a tall son of a bitch, probably the tallest Jason we've gotten to date. And plus, he has a lot of great iconic kills in this movie as well, with the freaking stabbing the douche boyfriend and then folding the bed. That was great. The freaking cornfield massacre. And he got to go toe-to-toe, one-on-one with Freddy Krueger. So you have to be a badass to me. But I just think he gets the job done. That's where we're gonna go.
You pussies.
So, so do we need to do a poll on that one, or?
No, I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't feel particularly partial to Kick-Ass Jason. That's just my opinion.
All right, not a problem. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and end this poll. For Uber Jason. 8 votes, 62% kicks ass. So Uber Jason kicks all the ass for Jason.
Okay.
Interessante.
Yeah. So now we're on to the last movie, and we got 2 Jasons to talk about. This is Friday the 13th, the remake from 2009. And Brad brought this up in the last second, and I'm glad he did, because I love to talk about this particular Jason. To me, in my opinion, the forgotten Jason Voorhees that a lot of people should be talking more about. So we're back with the sack again, but updated and more badass. So whoever goes, Brad goes next.
Okay, yeah, I love this. This is actually, this is like a better version of the sack from part 2, just kind of a more realistic feel to it for Jason, and I love it. And he gets the benefit of the opening part of this movie where he's like just the most badass. He's got bear traps out there. He's freaking flaming people up over campfires and shit. Like he's just having he's having a good time, slaying fools, intimidating, fast. He's running. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. The sack for me works in this a lot better than it does in 2 because he's not whimsical. So give me Kick-Ass Jason for the sack in the remake.
Chris, you'll go.
My turn now. I will. I'm inclined to agree. I think it was a completely different take on it, and it really worked. It was much more menacing this time around. And yeah, this Jason, even with the sack on, was just intimidating as all hell. So I will go with Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be like Nicolas Cage's movie and Kick-Ass as well, along with Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance in Kick-Ass too. So I'm going Kick-Ass as well because this is the Jason. I'll be honest with you, with that opening, I wanted this Jason throughout the entirety of my movie. But I get it for remake purposes. They have to do the hockey mask and all that. And as people are saying in the chats, I'll say his wonderful name, Derek Mears, badass Jason by both Jasons, in my opinion. But the sack, to me, does the best job of the 2 Jasons, in my opinion. I'll get to the reasons why here in a little bit. So the sackhead Jason, this is the sack that treats everybody, just the whole seriousness with this mask. I know we're almost done, guys.
He's fucking on. He's on one tonight. This is the sack that treats everyone right.
That's what I thought.
Kick-Ass Jason, fucking move on. Oh god, I had a prime rib sandwich for lunch, and it is winning. It's winning.
Really?
Yeah. At Connors, by the way. Love that restaurant.
Oh wow,
sounds like a good meal.
Damn right it is. But so let's go with the last Jason, Derek Mears, where he gets to put on the hockey mask. So this is my go here, and I like this performance of Derek Mears. I love the hunting style of Jason that he brings into the Jason Voorhees character, and I think it's great. If it could have been executed better with better writing and everything and a better sets up. Like they had a great idea, just the execution. And plus when you put all your eggs in one basket at the beginning and then the rest of the movie is just meh, that kind of really hurts the performances of this particular Jason. But to me, he definitely gets the job done. So that's where he's going to go. Gets the job done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit higher than that, man. I think I'm gonna go with Kick-Ass Jason on this one because I love the physicality of Derek Mears' performance in this one. I thought they, as much as the movie wasn't what I wanted it to be, I thought he did such a good job of like physically creating tension. And I remember that scene at the beginning whenever like he rushes to a perfect nipple placement. It's stupendous. Stupendous.
So juicy, dude.
That scene at the very beginning, whenever he's murking everybody, and then the very last kill, and he races toward that chick and stabs her in the head with the machete, I think was fucking amazing. And then there's several other clips throughout, even not even just in the kills, but like when they're Padalecki's character, they're like down in the him and his sister are down in the not the caves, but the fucking tunnels or whatever. Like you're constantly, he does a great job of creating tension, I think, in the physical performance of it. So I'm gonna go with Kick-Ass.
What if those tunnels were created by Rambo?
He would have got.
That could have
That's
been
probably
the
what
case.
happened. The worm
Or
climbed up in
Jason
Rambo's
Voorhees
ass.
watched too much freaking Rambo movies and watched the sixth Rambo movie, and that's where he made those freaking tunnels.
That's right, dude. Right, you are, Ted.
They drew fast blood.
For this one, as much as I really like the Derek Mears performance in it and the physicality and all that, but I don't like the look of this Jason once he gets the hockey mask that much. I don't like the mask. It doesn't really feel like Jason to me in the movie. So yeah, not a huge fan of his look, and that kind of holds it back for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go gets the job done as well. Right there in the middle.
Ooh, Chris, you want to challenge that with a final vote?
We already voted.
I already voted, man. No, there's no need.
Okay, so we're gonna go with gets the job done, and Ashton is never going to forgive us.
People vote. I'm sorry.
Yeah, people vote. That's what I meant.
I thought. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. So, do you want to do people vote?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, one more people vote. So let me get that going with hockey mask Jason remake gets job done or kick ass Jason. And there we go. And as that is getting voted on, we can kind of say what's coming up on Good Real Hunting.
Do we want to ask the chat about if anyone has paid any attention to Lucius Malfoy's penis that was exposed last week?
I can't say that I have. Brett?
Was it just a misspell? Ha! Get it misspelled. Was it the misspell Shrinkamus and he accidentally used it on himself?
No. It was.
What in the hell
I just
are
found
you talking about.
I just found a damn sticker of Timothy Chalamet under my mouse pad.
Why do you have that sticker? You should burn that.
Eric is a certified genius, bud.
I've been finding these under all the dishes and books, everywhere. Coat. Found them in the mud. In the koozies.
No, I didn't just bring that. I wasn't just bringing that up. There was actually something that happened on a very popular show on this past episode that I thought maybe people were up to date on, but maybe not.
Unfortunately not. But I did see who's playing Severus Snape, and I have my kind of opinions on that. But other than that,
there's another one.
There was that Cillian Murphy.
Brad, oh, dude, there's another one.
Yeah.
My God.
What do you know?
But anyways.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Real quickly, Brad, again, just describe the Patreon thing we're doing here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so once we wrap this show up, we're going to be doing a Patreon exclusive eliminating down our tournament down to 65 movies. It's going to be fun.
64 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
That's what he said?
I thought you said 65. My apologies. My apologies.
Why would I say 65? That's not even an even number.
No. I was going to say, are we having a playing game? But Brad, anything coming up on the Fright Divide?
Yeah, we just dropped actually a episode for host this week, and the next one is yet to be determined, but should be coming in a few days.
Nice.
Pretty good. So yeah, I appreciate the support so far. It's been good.
Yeah, they've been doing an awesome job. And for Bert's Corner, I've been doing some short pictures of my movie before lunch series. I got other series I plan on doing, and I'm very close to starting my wrestling segment for this channel, where I'll be watching wrestling matches as per your all's requests and reacting to them. And maybe a WrestleMania watch party. So things are coming for Bert's Corner with live streams and everything. I might do a live stream soon just to explain all this. So stay tuned and be subscribed. And both of those channel links are in the description down below. And this coming Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time PM will be the debut of the real first time. And yes, I did spell that correctly. The real first time. And the first episode is going to be The Usual Suspects. Me and Chad are going to be watching this movie, and this will be my first time watch of The Usual Suspects. So come on over and see my reaction to this movie that was very popular in the 90s.
Yeah, very good movie. Very good choice.
Nice. You can thank Chad for that one. And then Brad, The Final Destination.
Yeah, we'll be starting that Final Destination watch party series here pretty soon, leading up to that new movie as well. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and tickle that like button because it feels good when you tickle.
It does.
You are on a roll tonight, bud.
I really am. I got this healing sexual feeling. Anyways, let me go ahead and end the poll here. Okay, it was not even that close. One of the more dominating polls we've ever had. 11 votes, 90% say kick-ass Jason for the remake.
All right.
Good picks.
All righty. So we got our board here. So let me go through it. We'll close out, take a 10-minute break, and then we will start the private stream with our YouTube members and Patreon. All tiers are available. And within those 10 minutes, if you want to choose, hey, I'll just do $1. Sign up just for 99 cents so I can experience this behind the scenes stream. All those are in the description down below. So dog shit from a horse's ass goes to Jason Goes to Hell for the Jason Voorhees. Weak ass Jason goes to Roy's interpretation of Jason Voorhees with the blue ski mask. Part 8 Jason and part Jason X, the beginning look of Jason. Gets the job done. It's the sack from part 2 for Jason. We got Dream Sequence Jason from part 5. And then we got Freddy versus Jason and gets the job done. Kicks ass Jason goes to Uber Jason from Jason X, the Sackhead Jason from the remake, and the Hockey Mask Jason from the remake. And then, of course, the top of the top, the king of Jason Voorhees in this franchise, Peak Jason, is part 3 Jason, part 4 Jason, part 6 Jason, and part 7 Jason.
Yeah.
Indeed, Bertie, the sack does get the job done.
It always freaking gets the job done. If you want to get the job done as well,
that treats you well.
Hey, if you want to get the job done as well, you can sign up for our OnlyFans. But I do not recommend that yet because that is not a real thing. But
and you don't
in
have
the
a poll.
description, in the description. Fuck you. In the description down below, it's also the link to this tier list that we made. So if you think we're wrong, go make you a tier list and share it with us in our public Facebook group and just say how wrong we are and that your list is the right list. So, and Chester, wheel fourth time. God, I'm like Elmer Fudd with trouble with the letter R. Anyway, so that is it from us. So, gentlemen, anything else before we take a 10-minute break?
I don't think. Well, watch your polls and your sacks.
Yep.
We're going with that with the last word. See you guys. Fuck this.
It's fucking.
Fuck y'all.
No!